Hallo, mein Freund. Willkommen zurück. Willkommen zurück bei Dark. We're getting there. Hallo, mein Freund. Willkommen zurück bei Dark. Something like that. Hello, travelers. Welcome back to another episode of Dark, but not just any old episode of this hit Netflix show that I'm totally relevant and current in the zeitgeist, but we are on the season 1 finale, Alpha and Omega, and boy howdy, I feel like we're queuing ourselves up for quite a series of potential revelations. We found out through potential insinuation by Helge's mother back in 1953, Helge may not be Bernd's child. I was speculating because, what was it? One of the Nielsen's, Trond's mother said that she her husband was dead, but she said her husband was a pastor, wasn't quite that believing in God, and also had a bit of a mean streak, it seems. And she said she's dead, but right after that scene, they cut to Noah, which makes me think Noah either is or formerly was a Nielsen. Maybe, but that's more of a tinfoil hat theory for me. 2019, Ulrich has been arrested by 1953 Egon, suspected murder of Helge, but really it's the attempted murder at this point. And not to mention, old man Helge is just kind of just moseying around 1986 for some reason. I don't know what his plan is. I guess the dementia is staved off just enough for him to maybe get to work. I don't know. We'll see. So Noah has revealed his plot to the middle-aged adult man version of Helge, was threatening Noah, telling him he wanted to stop. And Noah kind of confided, saying, there is no God, there's only pain and chaos. He believes himself to be the savior. This device, this chair they're working on, they want to harness the power of this wormhole and time travel that was created, and he wants to harness it to get his own way of controlling time and space somehow. Noah sees that as the Ark. He sees himself as Noah, so he's renamed himself as such, taking on the moniker, if you will, and wants to rewrite time and history and fix and change the world, just rewrite time altogether, which sounds apocalyptic if you ask me. As always, thank you so much for love and support. If you're watching this on Patreon, not only do you get full early access to it over on patreon.com/MovieMan101, you get to watch the reactions, full, uncut, uncensored, with HD video accompaniment, all up to 1, maybe even 2+ weeks early. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube, of course, it's more than enough support. I appreciate you being here, engaging in the comments, either correcting me, offering insight, trivia. No one's spoiled anything so far, so eternally grateful for that. But keep on the conversation and the dialogue, whether it's theory crafting, whether it's trivia about the show, or corrections for my mediocre pronunciation of the German language. All of it's appreciated. So, without further ado, I'm excited. Here we go. The season 1 finale of Dark. The day of Mikkel's disappearance. Interesting. Where was Peter that night? We know he was driving on the roads. He was contemplating cheating again, is that right? Well, he's watching her, but for what reason? Are we going to see who that man was covered in goop in the forest? This is the same day. Same day he goes to his old family. The Doppler cabin, as it were. I mean, we know Peter's aware of something going on with his father and what may potentially had been happening in the past. To what extent his involvement is? I mean, is he really entrenched in it all? Or what can you change if it's all predestined? Is that the wormhole? What? Gott in Himmel. Oh. The body was yeeted through space and time. Does that mean when the kids are put in the chair is sending them through time, but in doing so, it's also killing them and burning into their skulls? Yeah, you're not bringing the kid back. I don't think no. And that's the one from 86. That's Mods, right? I see the Walkman in his pocket. Yeah, same one. Interesting.
Ich bin's, Peter. Gibt dir was du sehen solltest?
Tronte.
Es geht deinen Sohn. Nein, nicht Ulrich. Mats.
Damn. Call Tronte. So even Tronte's aware. Oh my god. Mein Gott. Yeah, they all have secrets. And yet here we are. How many people know about this stuff in Winden? I mean, he's aware enough of all this where Peter felt comfortable calling him. Damn. That's gotta be rough. And then to keep the secret, no less. Another person? Helge? Oh, Claudia. Oh boy. Was she further in the bunker? Or she just also entered?
Claudia?
Claudia?
Gibt eine Menge, das ich euch erklären muss.
Oh my god.
Wo gefunden werden soll.
Have to complete the circle. How many people were in on this? Okay, we're actually going to watch it this time. So we have the cave entrance where the nuclear waste was being stored. That's what that is. A guy with longer hair holding... I can't make out what he's holding. I think a young boy's face? Woods, like found in the woods. Hand with a wedding band. You know, the hotel, right? Hotel Winden. I see. And then we have Mickey's hand being bandaged up by Inez. Maybe Charlotte investigating, perhaps? Or is that Peter driving? The bodies, yep. Bodies by one of the strangers. I don't know if it's the stranger or bodies being moved around. It could easily be Peter or Helge. And again, with the eyes being kind of covered here. Well, that's Claudia, right? That's like 86 Claudia exploring the caves. I see. This all does connect to the season. Then we have Alexander, or rather Boris. We found out that Alexander was actually Boris Nivald, who is now being blackmailed by... Oh, I forgot to mention that, by the way. Blackmailed by Hannah. Hannah being a conniving... I can't even get into that right now. Hannah just makes me mad. But that's Boris's old gun. That's Egon's service weapon right there. And Charlotte went to go explore the bunker earlier in the show. This is 86 version of Winden motorbike. That's when Ulrich and what's her name? Katerina were having the conversation at the bus stop. The coin with Ariadne's thread. The coins I think are all marked 1986. The dust on the counter as Regina was like wiping it away in the last episode. The power plant, of course. And then that's got to be Ulrich sitting in the cell after he was accused of sexual assault, awaiting to be picked up, right? The recorder that was discovered in the police station from the old interview tapes when they were interviewing suspects. When Egon was conducting interviews, the time machine, or the wormhole generator, rather. The bloody hands of Ulrich after he's committed attempted murder against Helge. Planet spinning in Jonas's... Wasn't that Jonas's bedroom? The birds as they're being dissected, the ones that are white speckled falling from the sky. That one's harder to tell. Somebody in a black coat or jacket. More faces and eyes. The map of Winden Caves that Jonas is using to explore, especially after the stranger made markings on it. And then the body on the gurney being identified in the morgue. Back tattoos of Noah. And then last but not least, the stranger standing at that's the stranger going to get the nuclear waste from the truck that's parked in just a random lot right now. So I'm curious, because I stopped watching the introductions after the first episode. I wonder if each one I thought it was the same throughout each season. I'm just curious here. Hang on. Is it the same throughout every... Not each season, I meant to say each episode. Is it the same throughout each episode? Oh yeah, wow. The credits are the same. They just don't have significance till you get to that point. I like that a lot. So each season, the credits are going to be different and allude to a bunch of different things. That's really cool. Alpha und Omega. 12th of November, 2019. Now, hang on a second. If I'm not mistaken, are we going back in time here? So the show starts with Michael on June 21st. Then we cut to November 4th. And now we're some days after that. So present then, present times, I believe. I did say November 12th, right? This is as far in the future as we've gotten so far. Hello? Just a dream? Oh. Yikes. Bad dreams as always. Oh, he's not taking the meds anymore. Oh, wow. Okay, look at that. I don't want him. I don't need him. Oh, if he's dreaming about Mickey, is he gonna like say, screw it, I'm gonna go back in time and get him anyway? It's really interesting how the stranger showed Jonas the way, basically, literally guided him and gave him the tools he needed to go into the cave, to follow Ariadne's thread, find the crossing, pick the right time to go back to 1986 as he already had, but then it's weird how the stranger followed him back there to show him what was happening and give him the information, the revelations, but then tell him he can't change what's happened because he'll cease to exist. He won't be born anymore. But then at the same time, the stranger's whole mission and goal is to get the time machine working so he can shut down, destroy the wormhole that exists and either break the cycle or maybe even change things. So he's like, he guided Jonas, but said, no, not touching. But now he's trying to destroy the whole thing. Fascinating to see what he thinks he's going to do differently. The stranger, I mean.
Es tut mir leid.
And Martha confesses to Bartosz. So is she going to...
Weg ist.
I was going to try to salvage it? And what, like, go beat the shit out of Jonas or something? But maybe he already knows. No, he's got whatever deal Noah wants to make with him. I'm nervous about it.
Meistens kommt ja nach ein paar Stunden wieder.
He's still gone, though.
So lang war noch nie weg.
Yeah, Edgar's back in 1986 still, right?
Jetzt hätte Ihr Schwiegervater was mit der Sache zu tun.
Wouldn't you know it? Meanwhile, in the old Vinden deer blind. He's camped out up there. What's his plan? What is he gonna do? But again, isn't this what is ultimately like predestined? If we're gonna subscribe to Tannhaus's like his whole ideology and such, can you truly change the course of history from the past, or is it all fated? Like, was this always gonna happen anyway? Whatever he thinks he's gonna do.
Wusste was.
Oh.
Der Junge aus der Zukunft.
Yo, we're finally having a talk. Oh man. Show him the truth.
Die ist für dich.
I've already read it. Unless it's a different letter. I've already seen this.
Was? Ich hab ihn verbrannt.
In the future, you burn it. Or at least a future version of the letter. How long has she known?
Eigentlich wusste ich es schon immer.
Oh, she kind of figured, even when she first adopted him.
Als dein Vater zu mir kam, war ein kleiner, verstörter Junge.
This is the first time we've heard her talk since 2019.
Aushalten konnte. Hat mir gesagt. Ich hab ihm nicht geglaubt. Wenn du es gewusst hast, warum hast du es dann nicht verhindert? Ich wusste nicht, dass er sich das Leben nimmt. Aber du hättest Mickey retten können.
Ich habe jetzt noch eine Oma und die ist Direktorin an meiner Schule.
That's a lot to deal with.
Ich hab meine Tante geküsst.
I was being big dumb in the last episode that I didn't put it together. That's why he's like, we won't be a match, even though they love each other. Because that's his aunt, right? And this website is so slow and taxes I can hear my computer like speed up whenever I try to use it. But can I please? Let's hop to episode 9, I suppose, shall we? Or let's play it safe with episode 8. By the way, I have a high-powered computer, and this website still has to like... Okay, we have, thanks to the past, we have more of this filled out. Yeah, that would make sense then, because... Oh my god, it's gonna hurt my head now trying to figure it out. So because Mikkel ends up becoming his father, yeah, that means Martha is now his aunt, his father's sister, technically. So you can't really have a romance with your... I mean, that literally would make her a blood relative. I didn't put that together until just now. conflicting feelings. Oh my god. I just kissed my aunt a few days ago. I can't even pursue my love. And then we have confirmed. That's right. He worked for the police. Yeah, Daniel Cohnwald. We confirmed that Egon and Doris Tiedemann, Claudia's. Then we met Greta Doppler, who was with Bernd Doppler, and that's Helge Doppler's father. Were there any other revelations aside from... Yeah, we met Trond's mother, Agnes Nielsen. But again, Nielsen. Crazy. The whole aunt situation. I'm a big Professor Dum-Dum here, as always, presiding over the class. And I didn't put that together until just now, so I'm glad Jonas said something.
Was da schief läuft, das sind nicht die. Die sind okay. Was da schief läuft, bin ich.
Oh.
Ich glaube, dass die Dinge...
He is the one suffering.
Gott zu spielen.
You should ask Noah the same question.
Die Vergangenheit ist die Vergangenheit.
She's taken this all in stride over the years.
Wer weiß, was die Zukunft bringt.
Screw it, just date Martha anyway. Unless the stranger succeeds and reverses everything. Oh, Gott im Himmel. How does he do it? Sleight of hand.
Aber das, was ich zaubern will, ist unmöglich.
Und was soll das sein?
Go back to the future.
Endlich aufzuwachen.
Oh, it's all a bad dream I can never wake up from.
Oder wenn ich ein Schmetterling, der gerade träumt.
Oh, I love the philosophical conversations like that. I've heard that story before. Guy dreams he was a butterfly and he no longer knows, am I a human being that dreamt about being a butterfly, or was that reality and I'm merely a butterfly dreaming about being a human being?
Was bist du?
Are we in the Matrix?
Ein Mensch?
50-50 shot. It's either a yes or no question. Are we in the Matrix?
Vielleicht bin
It
ich
tastes like
beides.
steak. Oh. I exist in both the present as well as the future. Das is no good. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Mein Name ist
So
Egon Tiedemann.
I'm curious, did this always happen? Like, if you can, if you, like, look through old police records in Winden, is Charlotte Doppler gonna find, like, an old mugshot of Ulrich from, like, 1953? Oh, no.
The aim is to take many lives. The more, the better I feel.
Sind Sie Satanist?
He's losing his damn mind.
Es ist ein Song aus den 80ern. Ich kann Ihnen jetzt schon verraten, Sie werden ihn nicht mögen.
Oh, no.
Ich habe die Kinder nicht getötet, ich habe versucht, sie zu retten.
Man, screwed.
Was haben Sie mit Helge gemacht?
Er lebt noch. Ich kann ändern, dass das alles passiert, aber dafür muss ich raus hier.
Not gonna happen. You're crazy.
Bitte, Blick in die Kamera.
Lass mich los! Lass mich los!
Ulrich screwed. He's screwed.
Was wie jämmerlich und erbärmlich du bist.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Man of the future, huh? Maybe it's why he, like, grows older to really loathe Ulrich. It's because deep down he knows that he's already met him. Uh-oh, Bartosz. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Keinem habe ich was erzählt, dass du in der Klapse warst.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Brauchst mich gar nicht. Martha hat mir alles erzählt. Ist einfach so passiert. Ich wollte wirklich... Was wolltest du nicht? Mit meiner Freundin rummachen? Du bist ein krankes Stück Scheiße. Genau wie dein Vater.
Damn. Oh, we're gonna get into it now. Talk shit about my dad. Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, what, you assume he started it? What, leave school? Like clockwork. Has progress been made? Oh,
Das ist Ihrer.
that one's yours.
Das ist meiner. Den habe ich vor vielen Jahren gebaut. Und warten Sie,
Oh, he held onto the smartphone all those years.
das sendet eine Art Signal.
Yeah, a phone.
Elektromagnetischen Impuls. Als wollte es mit etwas kommunizieren. Und jetzt schauen Sie sich das mal an. Dieses Ding kommuniziert
Electronic waves. Maybe of the radio variety.
die die Zukunft. Auch die Zukunft beeinflusst.
That's crazy. So literally cause and effect, because Ulrich went back in time and left his coat and his phone, which is wild, by the way, to forget that. Left that in this guy's office, who happened to have taken blueprints from Claudia from the future, or Claudia from the future brought unless this is 2019, I'm not sure. I think this is 2019, maybe. No, because he wrote the book a while ago. Is this still 86? So I think it's 86. So she brought the blueprints to him in 86 to build the machine, which wouldn't work. There was like a part of it he couldn't figure out why it wouldn't respond, and then because Ulrich, his phone from the future to 53, and he held on to it until 86 and was then able to charge it, I guess, in the interim, and then discover that the machine he eventually builds responds to that phone that was left, and then now here we are.
Nicht so bauen können.
And because of that too. There's a hell of a lot of paradoxes in this show.
Ist das?
Plutonium? What is it?
137C, aktives Isotop von Cäsium.
I see. Okay. I should probably take note of that.
Der Apparat erzeugt ein Higgsfeld.
Okay. New page of notes. Watching this show makes me feel smart. Just because I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm writing all this down. I understand time travel now.
Zu einem schwarzen Loch.
It causes it to implode into a black hole.
Warum haben Sie sich entschlossen, mir doch zu helfen?
Warum?
And that's what accidentally happened at the power plant all those years ago.
Warum entscheiden wir uns für das eine und gegen das andere? Wenn es aus einer Reihe kausaler Verkettungen ist?
That's what we've been talking about.
Ob sie diesem unbestimmten Gefühl in mir entspricht.
Is it my free will? Is it my choice? Or is this just kind of how it's ultimately going to have happened?
Ein Moment hinausgelaufen ist. Weder verstehen.
Are we just at the whim of the world? Are we at the whim of the universe and what always was going to happen?
In der Zukunft.
Bad. Not great. Damn. I'm hoping it'll be different, man. Alright, let's see if he can destroy the wormhole. Good luck. But who is the stranger? I still think he's one of because if he's from the future, then he's only the adult version of a 2019 kid, right? Which tells me, something tells me that he is Jonas. I think he's Jonas. I'm pretty sure I'm leaning towards that. But he could also be Bartosz, because Noah's gotten his hooks into Bartosz pretty early already, and is corrupting and influencing him. Or was it Magnus he was talking to? No, it was Bartosz. I think the stranger is future Jonas. I'm pretty sure. I'd be confident to claim a theory on that.
Im Herbst 53.
Vor genau 66 Jahren.
Mhm.
Das hängt alles zusammen.
Hör zu, Charlotte, ich...
Oh, my dear wife, you're figuring it all out. Can we talk? Too late. Well, you had your chance. You had a plethora of chances. But he knows that she's figuring it out. Your wife is smart, Peter. What's the next step in your master plan? Helge. So we're back in 86 again. Gonna run into yourself? Or is the door open to the bunker? Oh, man.
Helfen?
Okay, old man Helge is gonna talk to... Okay.
Wollen Sie zu mir?
Is he gonna, like, take himself out?
Muss ich aufhören.
Alles, was verspricht, sind Lügen.
Sie verwechseln mich.
Alpha and the Omega.
Das habe ich schon mal gesagt.
Oh, déjà vu. I remember this conversation. This is the...
Ist nicht auserwählt. Du bist nicht auserwählt. Heute ist der Tag. Der Anfang und das Ende.
The beginning and the end.
Mach nicht dieselben Fehler wie ich.
But did it even change anything? I mean, surely it was enough to plant seeds of doubt, but... That was your master plan, was to go back, have a conversation you vaguely can recall having had before? Which clearly nothing changed then. He just tried to tell himself to stop before it was too late. Maybe he does stop eventually, but... I want to know how he got, like Bartosz tackled him and they rolled around, but I don't think he landed... I mean, unless it was just, like, him and his face hitting the pavement or something, but... I didn't think he actually got any hits in.
Ich hab mich geprügelt.
I can't with this woman, I swear.
Wem denn?
Delusional. Demented.
Ist nicht so wichtig.
Conniving.
Mach dir keine Sorgen, es wird alles gut, Mama.
So what's his plan? What's he gonna do? I feel like he might be going down a dark path. Because his life is, like, falling apart. So what's he gonna do?
Noch ein paar Stunden, dann ist es vorbei.
What do you mean it'll be over?
Mats wird leben. Alles, was sie gesagt hat, ist in den letzten 8 Tagen passiert.
So Claudia has a plan to change it all?
Alles neu.
Because of Claudia or because of Noah? What do you mean everything will be new? What are you... Oh, here we go.
Aber wenn es Gott nicht gibt.
Makes people feel better.
Weil wir jede Lüge dem Schmerz vorziehen.
Yeah. Means to an end.
Ich war noch ein kleiner Junge. Kam ein Fremder zu uns. Manchmal sieht bei denen, die sterben wollen, aber das Leben lässt sie nicht.
Is he describing Jonas? He took a room in our house. Young boy appeared confused. Wait, you're talking about Jonas? You're talking about Mikkel? Inez. Are you related to Inez? Inez's husband. Are you talking about, or are we talking about, my initial theory was that Agnes's husband was Noah. But if he's saying, let him finish, I'm sorry.
Er stand im Flur mit großen Augen und sagte, kein Atemzug, kein Schritt, kein Wort.
We're queuing up a big reveal here. Who was the boy?
Dass nichts von den grauenvollen Dingen, die uns widerfahren, umsonst sein soll. Dass aus ihnen all unsere Kraft entsteht.
Who is Noah? Or is he talking about how he met Helge as a young boy? A confused boy, attempted murder, like a boy who's seen war. Dude, every time that Helge strays from the path, he gets reeled right back in by Noah.
Anwalt.
Oh, no. Jonas is the next kid that has to die? Yo. It's all part of the journal. It's all part of the path. So Noah's following this journal that they also have in 2019. I don't know if it's the same one that we just saw Tront looking at, that I assume Claudia gave to him. But it's a paradox, right? Because all these abductions and, well, more, let's just call them killings, right? All these things are happening because they're being given instruction to carry them out. Like, they are looking at a journal that's already been recorded of the abductions that have happened, because they need to follow that journal and then commit the abductions so that they're still journaled about, so that cycle persists, I think? But I'm curious who Noah was referring to. What is Noah's real name? Who is he actually? And when he was talking about the kid, was that just an anecdote to reel Helge back in? Was he referring to Helge? Was he referring to another kid?
Wir können ihn noch gerne besuchen kommen.
Too late. She's like, I will adopt.
Ich bring dich in dein neues Zuhause. Da sind doch ganz viele andere Kinder.
Wissen Sie, ich habe mich entschieden, ich möchte adoptieren. Und gerne die Vormundschaft für den Jungen übernehmen, solange das Adoptionsverfahren läuft.
Das ist leider nicht so einfach.
Ich habe Referenzen. Ich besitze ein Haus.
Das ist ein ziemlich...
Ich mag ihn auch.
Oh. This is young Charlotte, right? So Jonas is in 86 right now?
Der 12.
Ich meine, welches Jahr?
86.
I'm from the future.
Was machst du hier?
Ich hole jemanden zurück von den Toten.
He's gonna go try to get Mikkel.
Kannst du die zurückholen?
He's made his decision to go back and try to change things.
Und dass sie einmal sterben werden.
Which I think might have been the stranger's plan to begin with, or is this all part of the... I don't know if this is Jonas acting of his own accord, and this is going off the path and the plan, or if this is all what is ultimately predestined, all part of the ordained timeline that they're all talking about. The continuous cycle. He's gonna... Oh, dude, she's gonna find Ulrich's mugshot. Insane. Insane. So does Ulrich ever get back from the past, or is he grows into another character? Oh, they're gonna rough him up.
Lass mich raus.
Oh, that's burned, right?
Ich bin dir weit vor Reden.
Dude, if he wasn't already beat to shit, he might die in 86. I'm 53, honestly. His soul just might be damned at this point. Because in that bunker and Claudia's whole wall of people, we haven't seen Ulrich like older. Oh, Noah, huh? I don't like this. Especially if they said that Jonas is next. Oh my god. Jeez. Evil bastards. No, it was ordained. It was ordained. They knew he was coming. Only thought he was taking his own. Only thought he was taking fate in his hands. They knew exactly when and where he would be. And he's the last piece of the puzzle. I'm sure once they plug him in, he would theoretically be the one that makes it all work, I think. And I assume this room is in the bunker, right? Like, attached to it? I'm pretty sure it's where it is.
Warum haben Sie mich eingesperrt?
Das war nicht ich. Das war Noah.
Wer ist Noah? Wo bin ich? Was ist das hier?
Die Passage in der Höhle liegt genau unter diesem Bunker. Steht sie offen, läuft die Energie durch diesen Raum.
Oh! The passage in the cave leads directly... So it runs near this room. And whenever it's... Okay. It's all part of the cycle. Whenever somebody uses those tunnels, that power generated from the wormhole feeds into this room.
Allerdings funktioniert sie noch nicht ganz.
The first time machine is a bunker with 4 walls. Oh.
Weil es der einzige Weg ist, dass alles wieder normal wird.
Wer sind Sie?
Weißt du das nicht?
I'm you. I'm telling you. Wait for it.
Der Brief wäre bei dir tragen, bevor du ihn weitergeben wirst.
It's... Oh, why did I know?
Dich selbst.
Why did I know? The stranger is Jonas.
Ich bin du.
There you go. The big reveal.
Ist Jonas Kahnwald.
Jonas Kahnwald.
Ich habe dir diesen Brief geschickt.
Yep.
Ich habe sogar dieses Gespräch hier schon mal geführt, nur war ich damals auf der anderen Seite.
Jeez, this poor kid.
Wir sind frei. Wir folgen dem immer gleichen Pfad. Wieder und wieder und wieder.
Das ist verrückt!
But you're gonna try to change it.
Das macht überhaupt gar keinen Sinn. Du kannst dich jetzt entscheiden, mich hier freizulassen.
Ich habe lange gedacht, das ist verrückt. Ich bin verrückt.
Verändere ich jetzt meine Vergangenheit, verändere ich auch meine Gegenwart. Und dann kann ich dieses Loch nicht ein für alle Mal zerstören.
That also kind of is self-defeating logic. You're like, if I make any changes to what's already happened, I can't change anything. But you're also trying to but you're letting what's already happened, thinking that you can still change things. So you're thinking, because of this specific path, this paradox loop that I'm on, I can't change what's already. But what? Because he's about to... Oh, I see. So when they do this to Jonas, it's gonna, throw him into the future, I assume? Or something like... Something's gonna happen, and he's gonna... One way or another, he lives on. Like, Jonas isn't gonna die. He's gonna live on. Now that he's at this stage in his life, 33 years further, and what he's looking at, like, the man, he's now the stranger, the hooded Death Stranding figure. So now that he's that guy... He's thinking, okay, well, because of what I went through, because of what I let happen to myself all those years ago, I have to let that happen, because now this version of me and the farther future can take steps to change it all. So I'm going to confess to my younger self and tell him I'm sorry, I can't change the timeline. If I change anything about this, then I won't become who I am today to put a stop to it all once and for all. But then that's assuming he can put a stop to it all. We don't know for sure yet, but I see what he's saying.
Stop.
Poor kid. Can Jonas stop suffering, please? Jesus.
Ich will das Mäkel zurück. Ich will, dass es wieder normal ist.
Unser Vater ist nur ein kleiner Teil eines riesigen Geschwürs. Ich habe Dinge gesehen, die kein Mensch jemals sehen.
I believe him. It's tragic. This is the tragedy of Jonas Kahnwald. That's like, I've thought about that too, because I've lost people, and like, especially like, I've talked about him before, but the closest thing I ever had to a brother, my best friend, he died back in, well, I don't know if you can see the tattoo or not, but he died back in 2014, unfortunately, and I always wonder if I had made different decisions, or if I had, done anything differently, would he have been able to survive? And part of me, part of you wonders, like, would you go back and make those changes? Would you go back and stand up to your persecutors? Would you try to change history? So maybe like would I change things where I don't know, when my parents stay together, or would I save my best friend, or would I not try to stop myself from making mistakes? But part of me is like, no, that's the way things happened, and perhaps whether you call it fate or whether you call it just life, that's how they were supposed to happen. And because of the losses that I've experienced, because of the pain that I've endured, the experiences that I've had have made me uniquely who I am today. And I don't think I would even though I do have, I mean, you can feel a certain way about the past, but regret is something that you shouldn't carry. because regret only comes with the power of hindsight. You can't, it's impossible to have hindsight into like, oh, I should have done this or that. It's like, no, like we all operate on a day-to-day basis based on the information that we have available to us, and we can learn from those choices, but there's no point in carrying regret over what could have been, because you made decisions based on what you had to work with, and you can hardly be blamed for that. I mean, unless you're like killing people or like, you know, murder or something like that. That's a little bit different. I'm not trying to excuse any of that, but all that to say, I genuinely can sympathize with, you know, future Jonas's struggle, and I would be hard pressed to say I would do anything differently because of the trauma that Jonas Kronwald has gone through in his past. It has made him who he is today. That will be the person to change all of this and to change the future and put a stop to the evil. But in order to do so, he has to accept what has happened and accept the fact that even though he could technically change it if he tried, that he shouldn't, he can't. This is your destiny. I like how the little acorn, pine cone figurines on the desk. That's like Helge's attempt to add little toys to bring peace to the kids. But is Helge gonna do anything differently? Another car behind him? Dude, is old man Helge gonna crash into younger Helge? Push him in front of the train? Oh, I thought it was a train. I thought it was a train crossing. There you go. It's gonna be Helge. Helge's like, I have to stop it. It has to be stopped. That's right, we knew he was gonna have an accident. Dude, how many times is this man gonna attempted murder before he takes the fucking hint? And he survived. Dude got T-boned in an 86. They don't make him like they used to anymore, huh, buddy? How much head trauma Helge has suffered in his life. It's gonna be old man Helge behind the wheel, I'm telling you. It has to stop. It has to stop. But I'm sure that killed that. There's no way old man survived that shit. A valiant effort, sir. You tried. Will that get it through your head that maybe you should, if it's severe enough where your future you is trying to kill you, maybe you shouldn't follow through with it? Thursday, November 13th, severe accident at intersection. Anybody confirmed dead? Jesus. Okay. So yeah, they mentioned he was involved in an accident. Unless it was all, maybe this is all again part of the plan, and he just was meant to survive it. And Charlotte is on the case. Come to the cabin, we need to talk. Oh boy. You gonna let her in on all of this?
Alles seinen Anfang.
Oh no.
Ältere Jonas wird das Loch zerstören, aber was nicht weiß, überhaupt existiert.
Oh no. No.
Das Loch für immer zu vernichten. Es ist dafür da, es überhaupt erst
What? Oh my god. In doing so, it's the paradox he creates and destroys. Again, that's why he was asking Tannhaus about the entire situation, because he's like, the whole conversation of, can you take steps to actually make any changes, or is it ultimately all part of the same that we're all stuck in? So in trying to change things, he's just going to further cement it again.
Geführt von fremder Hand.
I wonder if you had zoomed in on the board if you could see that.
Zu werden für ein höheres Ziel.
So Claudia is also a force of evil?
Ewigen Krieg zwischen Gut und Böse.
Characters like this, they're good villains, but they also get under my skin. I just hate people that speak in the absolutes when they're like, I know of the true way forward. I have seen all of it, and my decisions are the final say on the matter. I know what brings about the good, the bad, all of it. I have the answers. And everyone else, they're just pieces in this grand game that I play with the gods. Like,
Wir gehören zum Licht.
Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. Oh my god. Alright, so...
Manches, was wir tun, von dunkler Natur ist.
Oh yeah, of course. Sure.
Aber nie.
Jesus.
Egal wie unmenschlich unser
Oh no, he's dead. He killed himself trying to stop himself and didn't succeed.
Claudia, die gehört zum Schatten. Vertraue ihr niemals.
Great.
Egal, was sie dir erzählt. Er hat es nicht anders verdient.
So what's Claudia trying to accomplish with all of this? No, someone tells me the villains usually are the ones that consider themselves the good guys. A great cleansing. We will change the world, the universe, free humanity from itself.
Es ist soweit.
And Jonas only thinks he's breaking free of the mold, but he's playing right into Noah's. Great. I don't know why, but this is giving like Lost vibes a little bit. Like devices, subterranean cave systems and all that. Trying to set stuff off, change outcomes. So by activating this in the tunnel, he thinks that he can like destroy the wormhole. Thanks to Urish's phone as well. So does that mean he's gonna like destroy himself right now? And that's his sacrifice? Maybe this time. Very fitting psalm. Yeah, exactly. Who is that? Is that so? That is Michael then, the man covered in goop he saw in the woods in 2019. Is that Michael? Who is like? I think it's Michael, but it's a different facial. I don't know. Different facial structure, similar. It's hard to tell who that is, but I've only seen this guy show up one other time at the beginning of the season. That's the scene from the trailer. As she goes down to talk with Peter. Is Peter gonna finally fess up? Oh my god, beaten to within an inch of his life in 53. That is Katerina, right? Okay. For once I didn't say Francisca. Katerina. Perfect, okay. Oh my god. No, but it's affecting all the timelines, of course. And Claudia with the book. Oh. Big boy quake now. What's it gonna do, huh? Oh, they're getting commercials from the 80s? What? Oh, what is a black hole gonna like form? Oh my. But it's all part of the cycle. Is she really? Oh, I thought she was gonna... Is the whole town just gonna get sucked in? But this is the start of it all. Whoa! What was that, a bolt-action sniper rifle? Ashes to ashes. There's a small one forming here, but a larger one forming above ground. The time and travel test chair. Oh, the bunker. Little baby Helge. Still locked in that room. This poor kid. And there it is. You gonna jump in? It's all preordained. Or they're just gonna see each other. Is the bunker that room? Just at a certain point, just in 86? Guten Morgen. Oh, because we saw that in the beginning of one episode where he wakes up in the room. Did they trade places or did he go in his body? Because I assume this was an extension of the bunker, or is this like the bunker room at one point in time? Okay, and now he's in the bunker that Claudia made. So they switched places. Baby boy Helge got yeeted to 1986, and Jonas has been thrown into what I assume is the future now, where Claudia was set up. Yeah, because it's like she has her like wartime bunker here. And we saw her with the rifle, which would imply that, you know, all part of the cycle. And now Jonas is going to grow up to become him. And nothing's been changed then. It was all just, this was the cycle. Is season 1 of Dark just a tragedy? Like, but he knows. So, like, but if he knows that it didn't work, then he's just gonna fill out the same cycle eventually, won't he? This kid. Oh mein Gott. Perpetual ash. The same ash that Claudia was standing in. I'm so curious, but then if Helge went to 86... Oh, I guess Helge grows up from 1986? Is perhaps adopted by Noah instead of Burnt? Yeah. 33 years in the future. What, nuclear holocaust? What happened? End of the world, clearly. Well, not end of the world still exists, but definitely a war. As Noah described it, the war for time travel, fought between the light and the dark. Evil and good. Oh, Lord. Jeez, it's the revolution. Quick, what year is it? Oh, are we gonna know some of these faces? Any of these faces? Oh no, the Amazon delivery drones. My God. I'm in 2025. Damn. Oh God. And that's how they chose to end the first season, huh? Jesus. All right. So are there any timeline revelations after episode 10 that I missed? Oh. Okay, there is a mystery square. Indeed, there would be, wouldn't there? I wonder if that's why Noah and like Helge are kind of have that kind of almost bond, right? Because I thought he just survived the accident, Helge, right, and just went back to his parents. But no, Helge is kidnapped and almost killed, is locked in the bunker, and then when the wormhole opens up and this whole cycle is formed, Jonas and him touch tips. Jonas is thrown into the farthest point of the future, where he will eventually grow up to be the guy, the stranger. And then Helge is instead yeeted forward into 86. So instead of being raised by, well, hang on. So instead of being raised by Bernd and Greta, there's a mysterious square there of somebody who would, I assume, take Helge's place. And I'm thinking it's Noah, because Noah says at one point we took in a mysterious child into a room in our house. And this child looked like he'd seen war and has seen the other side, which, I mean, yeah, near-death experience. Kid was almost murdered. I think Noah might have taken on that role. But it's interesting that there'd still be that connective square here between him and Doppler. I feel like that is Noah. There'll be a mysterious other person. I like how it doesn't, it's just like, hey, there's a person here. Like, who could it be, though? Dude, Helge tried to take himself out of the equation, failed, and died in 86. He tried, dude. It's all a repeating cycle. Will it ever end? I don't know. All right, well, that is the end of season 1. I'm looking forward to really getting into the craziness, the nitty-gritty. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. As always, if you watch this on Patreon, you got early access to it. Plus, it's fully uncut, uncensored, with full HD video accompaniment. Otherwise, this will make its way onto YouTube eventually. As always, thank you so much for love and support. I'm sure I recorded a few episodes, several in a row, so if I did miss anything or misspeak, I think I eventually found out. But if not, feel free to offer corrections on characters, events that transpired, pronunciations, anything like that. Feel free to send them my way. Stay tuned for the next season. We're going to keep on keeping on in the future with Dark. So have a good day. Have a good night. Can you change? Can you truly change the past? What's happened? I don't know. Is it all just one big cycle? We'll see. Stay tuned. Have a good day. Have a good night. Goodbye, travelers.